Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
And my name is Zach. So you talk first, I
I
talk
thought you
first.
forgot there. Yeah, you talk first. I talk first. I talk first, and then you talk first
Beautiful.
after I talk first. Um, yeah, Zach, it's been a while, man. How have you been? We want to catch up with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure. Things have been good. I've talked a little bit in some of my recent comic book reviews that my wife and I were blessed with our baby boy. His name is Kanan, like Kanan Jarrus, but there's also more ties to it than that. But he was born back in June, so he's about 3.5 months, almost 4. And that's pretty much taken up my whole summer. All good things, but yeah, I know you know all about that life, David, being a new dad once upon a time and having
Yeah,
having a crying mouth to feed and just a whole life change, and it's all such a blessing, but it's definitely a big time demand, which is good. You know, all things go in phases, but it's definitely been
yeah,
busy.
yeah. I mean, I can imagine. Yeah. Before we get started here, we definitely want to thank all of our awesome top tier Patreon supporters. Liam McCallan, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, um, Cam from Indiana, Mariana D. Arnold, Fresh 27, Alex Blundell, and Indiana Solo. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support.
Yeah, thanks
Also,
everyone.
Legion Sabers, I wanted to mention, is doing like something really cool in Portland right now. They're doing something called Docking Bay 45. It's a whole Star Wars experience. You can check it out online. If you go to
Nice.
legionsabers.com, you can check it out there. If you buy any lightsabers, accessories, or any of the new Star Wars or the lightsaber necklaces, you can get 15% off. I think I'm going to get a few and probably wear them on the podcast. They look really cool. I've seen them before, but Legion Sabers is now offering them. And of course, you can get 15% off at checkout. So we should have some at SpaceCon. So if you want to check them out there, if you're going to San Antonio, the weekend before Halloween, I'll be there with some necklaces. You could probably check them out there. So good times.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
So I also
Yeah.
wanted to say it was yesterday. Time is weird with me right now, but I think it was yesterday. I woke up to a text from Zach. He's like, "Are we going to do a podcast about the trailer?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're going to do a podcast about the trailer." But Zach wasn't available, so I definitely want to talk about the trailer with Zach. What
Yeah.
did you think?
Dude, I'm excited. I think just being a huge fan of all the animated stuff. First, I'm excited to see Mando and Grogu back on any sort of format, because those are arguably two of the biggest parts of Star Wars right now. But I'm excited to see Zeb. Zeb made the poster. He's he's gonna be a big part of. Well, I, I guess I make him out to be a bigger part of this movie, obviously than what we saw him. Because I believe the picture that we see of him, for those watching on YouTube, his the I guess the artwork for him on the poster, I believe, is a direct copy from his scene in season 3 of Mando. But I'm super excited to see some Zeb. I'm excited to see the Razor Crest. I think Disney realized how much money they can make selling Razor Crest toys, and I have the Lego Razor Crest, not the UCS, but the regular playset, and I love it. Sigourney Weaver's an amazing add to Star Wars. Very, very cool to see her in there. Rada the Hutt, I mean, if you asked anybody within the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years, if Rada the Hutt being on a bingo card was in like for a cameo, who would have guessed Rada the Hutt was going to show up in a movie post Return of the Jedi? Granted, Hutts have a long lifespan, but it's super cool to even the glimpse we get of him. He's from what we could tell, he's shredded, so that's super cool.
Yeah,
We
that was
usually
the
don't
big
get
rumor
that.
that we're going to be like a swole hut.
Yeah, yeah, and we
Be
usually
wild.
don't get that version of Hutts because they're usually pretty lethargic and but I guess for lack of better terms, and yeah, there's a lot of exciting things. The Hutt twins, very, very cool scene. I'm assuming neither of those two are Rada because they popped up in Book of Boba Fett briefly.
Right.
And Babu Frick's cronies hanging out with Grogu seems super
I'm
cool,
not
and
sure, is Babu Frick a part of those droid smiths? I don't think they were in Book of Boba Fett, or were
the
they?
but definitely, obviously same species, but
Right,
it'll
the
be very, very
Anzellans.
cool. And you know, you and Craig over the past couple weeks have been talking about where's this teaser? Where's this teaser? Everyone's seeing it at D23, or we saw it at Celebration, and here it is. For everyone to see now, which is super, super cool. I think there's something special about bringing Star Wars to the big screen in any way, shape, or form. And I'm really, really excited to get to the movie theaters in May and see this puppy, hopefully in IMAX. And I think it'll be a real fun time. And I was talking with one of my coworkers earlier today, like, man, all just seems kind of right with the world. I'm a big Detroit Lions fan. They had a big win last night, and there's a new Star Wars trailer, and all these cool things are going right now. And but I was telling that same coworker, yeah, there's arguably 4 seasons of television that support backstory and necessary plot points to this movie. And I wonder if everybody going to see this movie will be caught up with what's going on, because um, we've also talked about Ahsoka. This coworker's wife has not seen Star Wars Rebels, but also watched Ahsoka with him. He had seen Star Wars Rebels, and he was tracking with everything. He said his wife was a little confused on some of the plot points in Ahsoka because she didn't see Rebels, but she was able to track pretty well throughout Ahsoka. And I wonder if this movie is going to be able to capture casual fans, more hardcore fans, and just kind of everyone outside and in between. What do you think to that, David?
Um, hmm. As far as Ahsoka goes, I mean, I'm looking for. We don't have a set date for it, correct? It's just sometime in
Next sometime next year, I
2026.
believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But thinking kind of in terms of Mandalorian and Grogu, do you think that movie will capture all audiences, like the hardcore fans that have seen all of the Disney Plus shows, and the fans that are, just going to see the movie or the Star Wars movies as they come out, 1 through 9, Rogue One, Solo, and the Mandalorian and Grogu? Do you think there will be confusion for casual audiences that aren't as invested, I guess, as people like you and I?
That's kind of a tough one. I know there are people that say audiences don't get confused, and I know there's people that
Sure.
say audiences do get confused, and then there's audiences where I've heard them audibly confused. When they went to go see Rogue One, they thought Jyn Erso was Rey,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
for
"Why
sure.
does Rey look different? Why are there different stormtroopers?" And it's like
Yeah,
there has to be some type of there should have been a crawl in the beginning of Rogue One to prevent that. That would have remedied
sure.
everything.
Yeah,
But as far as like knowing season 1, season 2, season 3 of Mando, I really think that Lucasfilm waited a little bit too long to release this movie, because
yeah,
if they would have struck while the iron was hot, this movie would have come out as season 3 in the theater and
yeah,
would have been. I think the movie's going to be great. I think I have all the faith in the world. Looks really cool, looks fast, looks intense. New
yeah,
droids, new mechs, new aliens, old aliens that we saw in Jabba's palace, the Amanaman, the Dajaric chess piece alien. Um,
yeah.
I'm excited for that, and it's Favreau at the helm, so you know that he's going to go in the sandbox and play with like the best toys that no one's ever
Right.
played with, and I want to see that. I think all Star Wars fans want to see the kind of classic stuff realized in live action
Mm,
and surprises. And I think the trailer gave us a lot of cool surprises.
yeah, absolutely.
Adam Locke on YouTube, he just made a comment, um, and I think I touched on this a little bit. Just saw a Facebook post suggesting the trailer indicated the return of Gina. I don't recall seeing that. Seems like most or all filming was probably done before her lawsuit settled. Um,
Yeah, that adds up in terms of
yeah, but I mean,
filming being done.
technically, if they really wanted to work with her, she could have like a tiny cameo, maybe at the end,
Sure.
perhaps.
Sure.
But yeah, there's of course the controversy surrounding her. A lot of people don't favor her. A lot of people do favor her.
Yeah.
She was at last year's Space Con. I know she does great at conventions. She's a very nice person when you meet her. But some people are just not going to get over a Twitter post.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that. And I understand like the severity and the sensitivity behind it, definitely. But I mean, it's everyone's different. Everyone has a different opinion, and it kind of is what it is. But we do know that they settled, and a statement was released that she could come back and work with Lucasfilm Disney.
Hmm.
So
Where
I'm
did
kind of
they
like, if
leave
they
it?
release something like that, it kind of means
Yeah.
that she is probably going to come back in some capacity. If it's
Because
not
her
going to be that
character never was
Rangers of the
killed
New
off,
Republic
right?
show, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she killed
Because
off
I don't think so. I think they
the last time we
mentioned that
saw her?
she was, I can't remember, did she become Marshal of Navarro?
Yeah,
And I think they talked about her getting shipped off to be like New Republic Special Forces or something like that. Like they left
yeah.
it kind of vague.
They gave her one of these.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Carson Teva, I believe, gave that to her, and I hope to see him
Yeah,
in this movie. That'd be so cool if he showed up. I mean, I don't know why not.
yeah. I'm pretty sure Carson's going to show up.
With
Um,
uh, who's Dave Filoni's X-wing pilot, Snapper Wolf or something like that.
Trapper Wolf.
Trapper Wolf.
Yeah,
It'd be really cool to see Dave pop up in there. Um, I know I'd definitely be
yeah. All
tempted
the
to
old
put myself in
directors.
this movie.
Yeah, definitely. I
Huh.
think we're gonna get a lot of like little Favreauisms in there, kind of like the pulse rifle, the ice cream
Yeah.
maker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What else? What else is like a Favreauism? Um,
Oh
I'm
man.
probably not even using that term correctly,
No,
but
I know
I
what you
mean
mean.
he'll put
Just
stuff that he loves in
yeah,
Star Wars, and it's great. I don't think there's a single thing he's put in there that really hasn't worked out from the
right.
original trilogy or the toys.
Yeah, he's super respectful for what's come before and plays with the tools he's given and gives us good stories. I'm super excited to see. And I mean, I could sit here and talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I'd love to see Luke Skywalker. Who wouldn't want to see Luke Skywalker? But I don't know if they're saving him for the potential um like Filoni crossover movie. But that would be pretty cool.
Adam Luck on YouTube says, "I'm not crazy though that she wasn't in the trailer." No, she
I
wasn't
don't
in the
think so.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone like looked like her either. So, and I haven't heard any chatter about that whatsoever.
Unless
Just
she's an
theories that she might
undercover
appear in
stormtrooper
there.
for some reason, but
That would be interesting.
that would be.
But yeah, I trust in Favreau. I trust in what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Same here. Is Dave Filoni like an executive producer on this movie?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
I
it's
can.
always cool. They
Yeah, let me check.
definitely make magic happen when they're working together, and you could tell a little bit of that was lost with some of the feedback from season 3 of The Mandalorian. I liked season 3 of Mandalorian. I think it had its highs and lows, right? But you could tell that Dave was more
Yeah,
focused on writing and creating Ahsoka kind of at the same time, and maybe some of the story suffered from it, but
yeah,
when they put their minds together, they make some really cool stuff. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, The Mandalorian and Grogu, or should I say, Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu, directed by Jon Favreau, written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, based on characters by George Lucas, produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Ian Bryce, starring Pedro Pascal, Sigourney Weaver, Jeremy Allen White, Johnny Coyne, Coyne.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the first time I see that name. Edited by Rachel Goodlet Katz, music by Ludwig Göransson. He's back. Distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Release date May 22nd, 2026.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I like the I like what they did with the logo. They kind of put a little bit more flair into it.
Yeah, yeah, it does look really nice,
Yeah,
man. I
and
wonder if
it's a weird. Go ahead.
I wonder if we're going to see the the N1 that Din Djarin's been zipping around in for, I guess, what it seems to be the past couple years for us viewers, right? Not for him necessarily, but it would, be a shame to just transition because both are selling toys like hotcakes, right? I mean, I've got toys for both of them, but it'd be a shame to not see the N1 at least a little bit. But I am more happy to see the Razor Crest. I'll say that for sure. But I wonder how he's going to get his hands on another one since they were pre-Empire.
I'm thinking that he either leaves it on the homestead we see at the end of season 3,
Sure.
or he has it almost like a escape vehicle for the Razor Crest and just mounts it on the back, kind of like what they do
Oh,
in
that'd be
Lego
cool.
Rebuild the Galaxy.
Yeah. Did you see that? That was super cool. That was
I've seen a little bit of
like
it.
a
I haven't seen it
fusion.
all yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
So Adam Luck on YouTube says, "Do we think there will be any Ahsoka crossover, same time period, and both
Hmm.
coming out in the same year? Opportunity to market the upcoming Ahsoka series with some cameos." I think there will be some crossover. I think popular theory is it's going to be like Avengers. You're going to have the battle. You're going to have
Yeah.
the warlords, like the synopsis says, but at the
Hmm.
very end will be like the stinger with same thing with Avengers 1 and Thanos. It'll be Mandalorian Grogu with Thrawn at the very end, and we get to see Dathomir and the Night Witches or
Yeah.
whatever. I think it's essentially going to be that.
I could definitely see there being conversations like the Shadow Council that was meeting with Moff Gideon in season 3 of The Mandalorian, and they're still talking about Thrawn's return. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Mandalorian and Grogu movie linked with the end of Ahsoka, where end of season 1, Thrawn comes back, Ezra's back, and they're in the big what's the name of his Star Destroyer? The Chimera, I
Yeah.
believe, in that giant like hyperdrive boost ring thingy going to Dathomir. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up with the end of the Mandalorian and Grogu, where they get some sort of intel that Thrawn has returned. That would be that's my guess on any sort of Ahsoka crossover. I don't know if we'll see. Maybe we could see Hera, maybe, but I don't know if we'll get much of those characters probably because I'm sure they're being reserved for Ahsoka season 2, which is going to have a lot going on, and then jumping to the movie after that. I don't know if anything's supposed to happen after Ahsoka season 2 before the Dave Filoni crossover movie, but maybe they're saving some of those characters for that stuff.
Yeah, it's co-written by Dave Filoni, so you would figure all the assets they have, like Hera
Yeah.
and, um,
Hmm.
like you said, the Shadow Council, all the stuff that they had from the shows, they could reuse in this in some
Yeah.
form or fashion. A lot of people I've heard were kind of disappointed by the trailer because they're all saying it kind of looks like just season 4 of The Mandalorian. I kind of disagree. It does feel bigger. It feels like there's more stuff happening. It feels like there's more
Yeah.
characters. It feels like there's more environments. Um, I guess you could maybe equate it to a season, but it still feels bigger to me. And a lot of these people
Yeah.
haven't seen that one shot where he runs like roughshod through all the snow troopers like we saw in Japan. It was an
Hmm.
incredible shot, man. And it was funny. It was creative. The Mandalorian used like all of his weapons that he
That's
had
cool.
at his disposal. And of
Yeah.
course, it's like, why doesn't Lucasfilm just release that? It's like everyone's back from Japan. I don't think anyone minds, you
Hmm.
know. It's like the people that went to Japan want to see that again in high def on our
Yeah.
computers, you know. So it's just and that would have got I think that would have made the people's opinions that didn't think very highly of this trailer like totally different because it was like an action scene. This was like just a teaser, like just 3 pieces of dialogue in this teaser.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Hmm.
which is wild because it felt like more people spoke, but um, there was just no dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely I definitely get some Disney Plus vibes from it, but like you said, there are elements of it that definitely seem more grandiose, more cinematic,
Yeah,
all those big movie buzzwords. But I think seeing it in IMAX will really separate it. The only thing I can think of comparison in terms of scale is like when the ratio changes in season 2 of The Mandalorian with like the crate dragon and all that stuff with Cobb Vanth and Din Djarin. Like that was a pretty big scale production, and for watching that on television, and I'm sure seeing that in the movie theater would have been really really cool. And um, but I can see that this movie will definitely take that next step in bringing those larger elements that we normally see in the bigger world building Star Wars movies. So it'll be fun for sure.
I could totally see John Favreau doing that. Like it says forged for IMAX, but you might see a 16:9 image, and then when the big battles happen, it just increases like that first
Yeah.
episode for season 2.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Oh, it was.
It has to be
Yeah.
one of the best episodes of Star Wars of all time. It's gonna last. It's gonna be up there for a while. It was like a mini movie. It was a really long episode too.
Yeah.
And we got the Boba Fett armor. We got Boba Fett at the end,
Yeah.
technically,
For sure.
and a character from the books, Cobb Vanth and Timothy Oliphant playing him, which is
Yeah.
really
I'd love
cool.
to see him again. That'd be very cool.
Yeah, tonight was the Alien Earth finale, and he did a great job on that show as
Nice.
Kirsch, a synthetic. It was really good, really good. I'm really happy about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, we want him back. And he when he was doing press for Alien Earth, there was an interview where they asked him, "Is he going to be back as Cobb Vanth?" And he simply said, "I can't talk about that. I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to talk about that." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Maybe that means something.
Hmm.
Um, maybe it's a Mando and Grogu. He didn't die. He got really messed up, but he didn't
Yeah.
die. So did Cad Bane. Maybe Cad Bane shows up.
Dang. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
definitely potential for Cad Bane to show up. Maybe
and
Black
yeah,
Chrysanthemum.
Black Chrysanthemum, and we saw a Monomon in the water. It looks
Yeah.
like maybe not that particular bounty hunter, maybe just an Amani, but bounty hunter.
Hmm.
Um, feels like it's going to be a bounty hunter centric film, even
Yeah.
though I think all of our hopes and dreams was to get something like that, the classic Empire bounty hunters, either
Yeah.
working against each other or working together for some big bounty. I
Hmm.
mean, it really writes itself. That would make a lot of money if we got something like that, I think.
Yeah. Because we could still see like Bosk show up, right?
Yep.
In terms of
Boss, Zuckus, Forlom,
Dengar.
IG-88 even. They
Yeah.
killed it
That'd
with
be
the
cool.
IG droid in the series. Just
Yeah.
impressive CGI
Yeah.
there and impressive puppeteering.
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind getting an IG army.
Guy, I cannot remember for the life of me what happened to the IG unit that Grogu was piloting. Do you remember off the top of your head what happened? It's been a little bit since I've seen season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I can't remember if the IG unit blew up or stayed somewhere. Because it'd be cool to see something like
Uh,
that in this movie, but I can't remember if um
yeah, I don't remember exactly. Because I know in the end, Grogu saved Bo-Katan and Din with the Force,
yeah.
like a Force shield. I don't
Hmm.
remember. Yeah, he might have gone down swinging, and I remember Grogu hopping around like the top of that room,
Yeah, yep.
trying to avoid the
Hmm.
Praetorian guard that we saw there.
Oh yeah, that's
Adam
right.
Luck on YouTube says, "Please no Jack Black and Lizzo." You didn't like Jack Black and Lizzo in season 3 of The Mandalorian?
That was the same episode with Christopher Lloyd, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were all speculating too. Oh, Christopher Lloyd's going to be this really cool character, maybe like a Mandalorian chieftain. And he was just like some random dude pushing buttons. And it's like,
Yeah.
why? It almost felt like a waste in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it
Yeah.
was one of those situations where he's like, I'll do anything. I just want to be in Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I'd be that way.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
get it.
Christopher Lloyd has a crazy list of IP that he has been in. If we can name it all now: Star Wars, Back to the Future, of course, The Addams Family.
Hmm.
What else has he done? Roger
Guy.
Rabbit. Um,
Hmm.
what else?
Man, I'm
Anyone
relying
out
on
there
you
in
here.
chat? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, the guy's done a lot. And it feels like he's really done stuff very sparsely. And of course, he was
Hmm.
in the TV show Taxi, which was a popular TV show. I remember it was before my time, but they used to put it on something called Nick at Night. It was Nickelodeon at night, and it just turned to
Yeah.
like live
Is
sitcoms.
that the George
Um,
Lopez show on Nick at Night all the time? Or am I thinking of something different?
really, wow! I didn't know they did that.
Maybe I'm
Yeah,
remembering that
I
wrong.
cut the cord like in 2015. It's been 10 years,
Oh, I thought it
so
was before that, but I remember waking up at like 2
possibly.
a.m. watching cartoons on Nickelodeon. You hear the George Lopez theme song.
Oh wow,
But
interesting.
yeah, it's a random deep cut.
Yeah. So, any ideas on what you're expecting? Are you expecting anything particular from Starfighter?
Hmm. Man, um, I honestly think they're just trying to go for something new. Like they're taking very basic fundamentals, but going for something new, right? I mean, that sounds kind of stupid now that I say it out loud, but I don't know if they're gonna try to do another role model like father son type thing with this kid. I know is he the nephew of Ryan Gosling, the main kid that we've seen in the pictures?
Yeah, that seems like that's like the going rumor.
Yeah, and Amy Adams is the
But
mother of said kid,
yeah, yeah,
allegedly.
Amy Adams is the mother of Ryan. No, Amy Adams is the mother of the kid and sister to Ryan Gosling's character. That's what
Sure,
people
sure.
think.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
man,
I love Ryan Gosling. Like, I'm all over going to see this movie for sure. Like, I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, and my wife and I are rewatching Stranger Things right now with the new season coming, and we saw he got like executive producer credits on Stranger Things, which I did not know, which was super super cool. So, um, I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff he's been tied to, and I hope with him directing this movie, it's not, hey, he made a successful Marvel movie. Let's pull him over here and see if he can replicate it. I hope he seems like a true Star Wars fan. I hope he can add elements to his own movie that, make it fun and unique and what Star Wars is to a lot of different people. And I think it'll be, there's a lot of pressure riding on this movie, but I hope it's something we can all just go see and enjoy no matter if you liked, if you're OT or the original trilogy or nothing, like if you're that type of fan and you want to go see this movie, I hope you can enjoy it. If you like the sequels, I hope you can go and enjoy it. If you like the prequels, I hope you can go and enjoy it, and anything kind of outside and in between. But there's so much uncharted territory. Obviously, I'd love to see Poe Dameron show back up because he's one of the bigger pilots you can think of in that time. And is this 5 or so years post Battle of Exegol that we know of, timeline
yep, that's
wise?
what they said.
About
5 years,
so, and the alleged Ray movie is 10, 15 years,
15 years. Yeah.
15 years. So I don't know if they're going to put any elements in this movie that could have potential payoffs in the Ray movie. I doubt it because it's, if the Ray centered movie is more based on Jedi and the Starfighter movie is based on like a pilot. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. I can't think of anything crazy that I'm speculating in terms of plot, or I just hope to see some really cool space sequences. I think that's something we'll definitely be able to see. And I'd love to see some
Yeah,
cool practical shots, which that would be really fun. But
yeah.
yeah, it
Slash
does look,
Waterworld sequences.
yeah, yeah, it definitely looks like it'll be a lot of fun, and hope to see new types of vehicles, new droids, and um I hope for an awesome score. I'm sure whoever's composing this score for this movie will deliver, because I don't know if there's ever been any misses in terms of Star Wars scores. I can't really think of any. I've enjoyed almost, if not all, the scores I've heard from all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Williams is legendary, but others who've contributed to Star Wars that aren't John Williams have also done fantastic work. And yeah, overall, I'm excited. I really hope this is one I can just kind of kick my feet up and enjoy, and not speculate a ton of different things going into it. But that excitement is definitely there, because I hear you talk about it all the time, David. Star Wars coming back to the movies is special, and I hope that this brings that back, and along with Mandalorian and Grogu, because um, when is this movie coming out? Is it May of 26?
Starfighter's coming out in May of 27.
May of 27. Okay, I had that wrong. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry,
So
Mandalorian and Grogu is
after Celebration.
26. Okay. I'm getting my
Yeah.
years mixed up. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think it'll be an awesome movie going into the summer, and I wonder if it can capture any of that Top Gun Maverick magic, because I'm sure people would love to see Top Gun and Star Wars in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how they can correlate the two, but maybe some of that cinematography having similar notes to what's in Top Gun would be super,
Well,
super
yeah,
cool.
the cinematographer from Top Gun Maverick is the cinematographer for
Oh,
Starfighter.
shut the front door. They're 10 steps ahead of me. Love to see it. Super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they get the big bucks. So, yeah, it'll be cool. I
Yeah.
have
To me,
oh, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say to me, Sean Levy is not one of those guys. It's like a hot guy that you get and like a hot director at the time or whatever. He was
Sure.
with Deadpool Wolverine,
Sure.
but I think he's got like skins on the walls, you know. I think
Yeah.
he's proven himself. I've never seen the movie Real Steel, but apparently it's really good with Hugh Jackman
Mm.
and Evangeline Lilly, and I think that impressed a lot of people. And then, of course, he was one of the heads of Stranger Things,
Yeah.
and kind of gets the
Oh,
whole young kid vibe. That's why there's a young kid in Starfighter.
yeah, for sure. Gosh, Stranger Things is so good. I love that show very much.
Yeah, that last season was really good, and I love the Duffer Brothers too.
Yeah.
The directors,
Yeah.
um,
The writers.
yeah. Also, I want to say who did the soundtrack for Stranger Things? Was it the Duffer Brothers?
Hmm. That I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
Stranger Things is one of those shows where I never skip the intro. I always let that theme play every time I watch an episode, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, it says iconic original score by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein, and I
Okay.
believe they live in Austin.
Oh, nice. Hmm.
I don't know.
It's
Correct me
very
if I'm
cool.
wrong, chat. Yeah, music of Stranger Things.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that'll
yeah,
be
this
crazy.
yeah the Stranger Things franchise is one of those shows that it has people that work on it that love Star Wars,
Yeah.
and you would think maybe the Duffer Brothers going to be given a project. Sean
Right.
Levy's already in the door. Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, the Duffer brothers and the Russo brothers remind me a lot of each other, because the Russo brothers started off on Community, right? And now they're directing these big Avengers movies, and it'd be cool to see the Duffer brothers take that talent that they have to to something big. Not saying Stranger Things isn't big. It didn't start big. It is the way it is now because of how good it is, and I think it's really showing its true colors. But yeah, it'd be very cool. It'd be sweet to see them do some sort of Star Wars movie. I could see those guys excelling in a show very much like Skeleton Crew, the Duffer Brothers. I think they would do a really good job making a show like Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, the Cobra Kai creators also were mega huge Star Wars fans,
Man,
and they created a really good series. I hope they're given a look at by whoever's running Lucasfilm at the time.
yeah,
I don't think there's been any
absolutely.
rumors that Kathleen Kennedy would be stepping down at any point in the near future,
Hmm.
but I would look at them. I would look at them. I would maybe even relook at Lord and Miller as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, a
Yeah.
lot of good names out there and a lot of potential. There's, you know, it's weird to think like this gap between episode 9 and the Mandalorian and Grogu doesn't seem as big because there's been a lot of Disney Plus shows to kind of fill that void. But yeah, it always brings a smile to my face to say I feel like Star Wars is back. I don't know if you get the same feeling just thinking about the hype behind all this and um, with
Yeah.
Starfighter shooting and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's good that they got cameras rolling and everything in line
Y-
set to come out. And you
Yeah,
think back, it's like 1977, 1999, 2015. Is
yeah,
2025 going to have any hype at, like, to even come close to what those years had? I don't think so.
yeah,
But if the movie's great, that's all I really want is a great movie. I know the hype levels probably won't be through the roof like they were in those years,
yeah, for
but
sure.
it's been a little while since we got Star Wars in the theater, and that's really kind of where it belongs.
Yeah, I
TV's great.
agree.
I want the streaming stuff too. I guess I'm just a greedy Star Wars fan, but it's the big screen where all this stuff needs to show. Even the TV shows need to be put on the big screen.
Yeah, I'd go see those for sure. That would
You
be
know?
really, really cool. Instead of doing a couple episodes at the beginning, you know, have them all released kind of similar time to the drop time on Disney Plus. Like in theaters, you can have a show time of, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 o'clock or whatever to show the episode for that week. And theaters make money. People will go pay to see it. And you can watch it again on Disney Plus when you want to. It seems like a good idea. And, um, the Mandalorian and Grogu, kind of what you were talking about earlier, David. Well, if you strike while the iron's hot, that would have been a great movie to segue into after season 3. But um, I think Disney took a little bit too long, kind of like what you were saying. But hopefully, it's worth the wait. We'll find out in May.
Yeah, I'm just looking around the internet right now, and it looks like it's kind of funny because the date on it says September 24th, 2025, and we're still into the 23rd. But the headline is Disney Plus raising prices on October 21st.
Oh man, I wish you could get like a rate lock. I mean, if you pay for it once a year, it doesn't change on a month to month. But like I'm a day one subscriber. I'm sure you are too for Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and um, like think about it like your mortgage rate locking in when you buy your house. Be
Yeah,
cool if
unfortunately, it doesn't work like
that
that.
interest rate stayed. I mean, sucks today anyway. But it's um, I don't know. I felt like at first Disney Plus was super super affordable, and now it's like, man, okay, I think I'm gonna cancel Max or whatever just to make sure I hang on to Disney Plus. And my wife and I, we pay for it
Yeah.
yearly because that seems to be the best bang for our buck. I don't know if you do month to month or if you do like the ESPN Hulu bundle or but they definitely give good options.
Well, I discovered the Disney Plus Unlimited bundle,
Ooh,
or is
do
it
tell.
ESPN Unlimited? I don't know. So, anyways, yeah, you get ad-free Disney Plus, ad-free Hulu, and then you get all the ESPNs. So
Hmm.
ESPN original, ESPN2, ESPN News, um, all the live programming on there. And I
Yeah.
primarily just did it for like football
Yeah. Yep.
at that time because I just wanted to watch the game and I couldn't get it over the air. So I was like, whoa, I didn't know this existed. And then you get ESPN
Hmm.
Plus, and then you get to watch all the documentaries and
Nice.
live sports that you can't find anywhere else.
Hmm.
Not that I really have the time to, but I did watch. There's a documentary I did watch. Which one was it? Which one did I watch? I can't even think about it right now. What did I watch?
Have you seen The
Hmm.
Last Dance, Michael Jordan? I think that was on
Oh
Netflix.
yeah, for sure.
Maybe,
Yeah, I'm a
maybe not
big Michael
ESPN.
Jordan guy.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a great
that's a great
documentary.
one. You got some really great insight. Man, it's killing me. What did I watch?
Hmm.
I can't. It's
Have you
so
seen that
weird. I
Cowboys
could probably.
documentary yet? That's also on Netflix, but
No, I'm not gonna
dude,
watch
that's
that.
so good. So good. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I loved it.
Yeah, I heard it's like written by, produced by Jerry Jones, and it's like, yeah, I don't care for
Oh
that.
no.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's and then
he
Jimmy
paints
Johnson also
himself to
said the
look like
same
a bad
thing.
guy if that's who wrote and directed. But
Yeah,
it's still
well,
good in my opinion,
I don't know.
for sure.
I have a troubled relationship with them, so um but yeah, let me read this article here. This is on Star Wars News Net.
Yeah.
Disney will be increasing the monthly subscription cost for most of the streaming plans and bundles involving Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Select next month on October 21st. The increase will mark the third time in 3 years that Disney Plus has raised subscription prices. According to Variety, Disney has been planning the fee increases for weeks. The announcement comes in the wake of the ongoing backlash surrounding the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC. While Kimmel's show is scheduled to return on Tuesday, which is tonight, I think I'm going to take a peek at it. September 23rd, local ABC affiliates owned by Nexstar and Sinclair will still be preempting the show, so the situation is not fully settled for all parties involved.
Hmm.
Variety provided the following information about price increases that will go into effect on October 1st, 2025. So they have the old prices and the new monthly price. So Disney Plus with ads, old price $9.99, new price $11.99.
Whoa.
Disney Plus Premium, no ads, previous price $15.99, new price $18.99. Hulu with ads, old $9.99, new $11.99. Hulu Premium, no ads, old $18.99, and it's unchanged, and it's gonna say at $18.99. So that's
Hmm.
where you can watch like Alien Earth and everything that's like
Yeah.
on FX and all that other stuff. ESPN Select was $11.99. It's going to be up a dollar, $12.99. Disney Plus, the Hulu bundle with ads, was $10.99. It'll be $12.99. Disney Plus Hulu bundle premium, no ads, $19.99 unchanged to $19.99. Disney Plus Hulu ESPN Select bundle with ads, it was $16.99 and is now $19.99. Disney Plus Hulu ESPN Select bundle premium no ads and Disney Plus or Hulu with ads and ESPN Select. It was $26.99 going up $3 to $29.99.
Hmm.
Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle with ads was $16.99. Now it's $19.99. That's not bad. You get HBO Max in there.
Yeah.
Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle, no ads, was $29.99, now $32.99. Hulu Plus Live TV with SVOD ads includes Disney Plus and ESPN Select, $82.99 going to $89.99. Then the last one, Hulu Plus Live TV, no SVOD ads includes Disney Plus Premium and ESPN Select, was $95.99. Now it'll be $99.99.
Hmm.
I don't think it lists my plan in here.
I just have Disney Plus yearly premium. That's or the whatever has no ads. I just pay for it. I think in
Huh.
November because that's when I believe it came back and or came out in 2019 was November.
Yeah. It says
Um,
Disney completed its acquisition of Hulu from Comcast this year and will continue to merge the services together. It remains to be seen how the platforms will be integrated and offered in the future. Will
Hmm.
price hikes like this be an annual occurrence? Disney declined to comment on the increases. Yeah, pretty sure they're going to price themselves out.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember day one, Disney Plus monthly was like $6.99 with no ads because, it just wasn't a thing for streaming services to have ads at the time. And oh, how far we've come. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy to think about that big of a jump in, not even 6 years, almost 6 years, but
Yeah.
crazy.
2019 is when it dropped, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And
That was
that's when we got Mando
crazy.
season one.
Yeah, I remember I worked at I was up in my dorm room in college. I had my own dorm room, and my suite mate and I shared a bathroom, but I was getting up for work. I worked in like the dining hall and was doing like inventory work in the morning so I could go to class in the afternoon or whatever. And I remember I wanted to cram in that first episode of The Mandalorian before I went to work that day. And I remember the reveal of Baby Yoda and was like, what the? And just kind of didn't process it too much and went to work. And while I was at work, my coworker was like showing me all the stuff on his phone blowing up about this Baby Yoda. And our lives were forever changed, David, from that day on. Here we are today talking about the movie coming out, and it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, that was a true masterstroke in writing and creature
Yeah,
because I don't
yeah,
think anyone my whole life thought about a baby Yoda.
right,
Nobody thought about that. But
right.
then when you think about it, it's essentially Gizmo from Gremlins. And Joe Dante has accused Star Wars of stealing that design.
Hmm.
And I don't think he's pursued it. It's almost like the Frank Herbert with Dune accusing George Lucas of stealing ideas for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing, and
Hmm.
nothing really came of it. And I don't know
Yeah.
if it was he had like a case or what, but I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, like spice, sand people, the desert landscape,
Yeah. A lot of Dune elements.
sandworms,
Yeah. Huh. It's
and a
kind of wild.
Messiah type figure. Yeah,
Yeah. Also good movies.
yeah, yeah. I'm really shocked how the general public has like taken to Dune 1 and Dune
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
It's a little surprising, but I think Timothy Chalamet, and not so much, I don't think Zendaya, but I think Timothy Chalamet, since he's a big rising star, he's a younger guy. He's like
Yeah.
this generation's like big time star. I think
For
the fact
sure.
that he's in it and it was memeable a little bit, and and I think that's what kind of crossed the pop culture Gen Z barrier right there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, in his
That's
speech at
me.
the end, everyone loved that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you Gen Z, Zach?
Yeah.
Well, your name is
Unfortunately.
Zach. Starts with a Z.
Yeah. I'm right in the middle of it. So tons of fun.
Yeah. As far as I go, I was born in 81. They consider the stop of Gen X 1980. So
Mm.
technically, I'm considered a millennial, but I grew up with Gen X people,
Yeah.
and I
Dang.
really relate more to Gen X more than millennials.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I tell coworkers of mine because I'm like the young guy in the office. I say, hey, take what I have to say with a grain of salt. Remember, my birth year starts with a 2, not a 1-9. So
Oh, geez.
yeah, that gets a lot of but can't be the young guy forever. It's kind of fun right now, but eventually
Yeah.
that title will go to someone else.
Yeah. And we also can't forget that A New Hope will be back in theaters in 2027.
Yeah, I'm real excited for that. That is one of two Star Wars movies, along with Attack of the Clones, that I have not seen in the theater yet. I've managed to see every other one so far, but I haven't seen A New Hope and Attack of the Clones, which it's weird. It's just 2 and 4, but Um, I'm excited to go see that in a couple years here. That'll be, well, year and a half about, right? That'll be fun.
Yeah, 2027.
Hmm.
It feels like it's gonna get here quick though.
Yeah.
It
Oh
feels
yeah.
like it's not too far away.
For sure.
And of course, I mean, we're gonna have a few things before that hit. Ahsoka season 2, like we mentioned, Maul Shadow Lord with
Oh yeah.
Talon,
Yeah.
which is
Can't wait for
great.
that. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, Mariana Arnold says so excited to see it in the theater. So are we.
yeah.
Oh, Adam Locke chimes in with what I just said. We're Zennials, David. I was born in '84. My sister in '80. She's an X. I'm technically a millennial. I refuse to identify as a millennial. Yeah,
Man.
I like Zillennial.
Ugh. That seems like the
But
worst
yeah, I
crossover
mean,
ever.
yeah,
Ugh. I mean, I don't love Gen Z and I'm in the thick of it, but it's all about the hand you're dealt and how you play with it. So
yeah. So what else is
crazy.
on your mind, Zach? We haven't talked in a long time. A
Yeah,
long time.
jeez. I don't know, man. I've been listening to you and James and Craig doing podcasts over the past couple weeks driving to work, and you guys are talking about just times in Star Wars history where you've been super super hyped for like different things, and um your I think time of being excited for the prequels is equivalent to my time of being excited for like the Force Awakens. I know you guys were also excited for the sequel trilogy, but I didn't. The prequels came out when I was too young to remember them, and I love looking back and remembering all these fond things of Star Wars being re-released. Like I remember the 2011 uh, re-release of the Phantom Menace in 3D, where they digitized Yoda, and that was a really
Mhm.
big core Star Wars memory for me because I don't know if you remember, Brisk was being advertised with this re-release of the Phantom Menace like crazy because they had Pepsi back in the day, I think in the 90s, but Brisk for some reason was everywhere with Star Wars logos all over it for this Phantom Menace re-release. But um, I don't know, dude. I just often think of random moments in my life where Star Wars has been super impactful, super like the hype is just insane. Like it's this global phenomenon. And listening to you guys talk about what that was like in the prequels, I get kind of jealous because I wish I was there when that was all coming out, because the prequels are my favorite trilogy and I love them all, but the prequels definitely got a hold of my heart. Um, and I definitely wish I was around for that original prequel hype. And here we are now. Obviously, the prequels are beloved today by a lot of people my age. What were we saying? The Zillennials, maybe it could be that end of millennials and beginning of Gen Z. That's probably the biggest advocate for the prequels today. But I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling, going on a tangent. There's all these memories I have of Star Wars where I'm like, man, there's so many cool moments, so many cool things, and I hope that Mandalorian and Grogu and Starfighter create similar memories to what you know it comes to my head when I think of a new Star Wars movie coming out for the first time in a long time. Kind of a lot, but that's just my
Yeah, I hope
my
so
verbal
too.
vomit. But
No, it's all
yeah,
good, man. It's funny bringing that up because I thought about that today too. Just, I mean, people of course want to debate and argue about what had more hype, episode 1 or episode 7, and it's got to
sure.
be episode 1, man.
Yeah, I can
It's
only
got to be
imagine.
episode 1. I mean, I was there, I was alive, I was 17 years old. Um,
Sure.
and I remember it, man, like it was like yesterday. Like marketing, advertising everywhere. Soda cans, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, soda machines. You
Yeah.
had Anakin with the pod racing helmet with the goggles. You saw Sebulba everywhere. You saw Jar Jar Binks everywhere. You saw Qui Gon, Obi Wan. I mean,
Yeah.
it was insane, man. And
Oh yeah.
I was so obsessed with it. I was like, why are they going to make any movies after this? I mean, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Because
Yeah.
all I had seen was the original trilogy, and I had dreamt and thought up like other stories for Luke and Han and Leia and the fall of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
And we were about to get the beginning, really. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's super
Adam
cool.
Luck on YouTube says the theater re-release of the original trilogy was like that for me. Yeah, that was
Hmm.
great too. I'll never forget seeing the trailer where you see the TV in the middle of the screen, and then the X-wing comes right at it, and it's just like full theater
Oh, that's
screen,
cool.
and I'm like, oh my god, that is great, and I couldn't believe how good and how great it sounded, and this was a tiny theater too, but I had
Hmm.
never seen Star Wars on the big screen before, and I was just blown away. It was the best thing,
That's cool.
all the way back in 1997. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
And Adam Luck on YouTube says the hype about learning about Anakin was huge.
Yeah.
And me and James had this conversation. We're like, how did we know about Anakin well before the prequels? We think George Lucas mentioned it in interviews, and he talked about Anakin Skywalker, and then he eventually mentioned Anakin and Obi-Wan had a confrontation on a volcano. And so
Yeah.
we always thought about it, the volcano, but of course it turned into like lava flows and that type
Yeah.
of
For
thing. And
sure.
yeah.
That's crazy. I just thought of this, David. It's kind of weird to think that my first movie theater experience with Star Wars technically was the Star Wars The Clone Wars movie in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my mom took me and my brothers to go see that, and I remember seeing like the trailer for the TV show because I believe that guy Deep Cut. I'm trying to think. I think it came out in August of 2008, and I think the show aired in like September, October of 2008, and the promotion for that was crazy. But that I believe that was my first Star Wars movie theater experience, which is kind of weird. I don't know how many people can say that was their first Star Wars movie they saw in the theater. It's kind of a niche time period.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people say that that was their first experience was a Clone Wars.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go see it because I was so sad that live action was over.
sure, sure.
I thought Star Wars was done. I thought it was done
Yeah,
until George Lucas passed. And it went to his kids or something.
hmm.
And
Yeah,
I never thought that he would sell it, and then we'd get new movies that
yeah.
quick. But I mean, you pay $4 billion for something, you're gonna have to get your money
Get that
back
back.
somehow. Yeah, and they made it
Yeah,
all back pretty much with the first film, which was great.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think they had to worry too much about getting all that money back.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, earlier today there was an article that was dropped, and I think it's on my phone. I don't think it's transferred to my MacBook yet, but um, I'll read it here. It's by John. It's from John Boyega actually, and hopefully it is here. Um, Man, maybe I didn't take a picture of it because I thought I screenshot the thing. Yeah, I did. It's right here. All right, so this says John Boyega was asked what he would do if he could remake the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Hmm.
He said it would be mad. First of all, we're not getting rid of Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, all these people. We're not doing that. The first thing we're going to do is fulfill their story, fulfill their legacy. We're going to make a good moment of handing on the baton. Luke
Hmm.
Skywalker wouldn't be disappearing on a rock. Hell no. Standing there, he's like, a projector? I would want to give those characters way more, way more. Our new characters will not be overpowered in these movies. They won't just grab stuff and know what to do with it. No, you've got to struggle like every other character in this franchise. I look to the
Mm,
old Republic stories and see that we can add to the continuation of that. I would definitely want to see Force Unleash stories in there.
dang.
I would try to expand the Star Wars universe as much as possible while respecting the lore. If we're expanding the lore, we have to do it within the respective boundaries that stay true. People say Force Unleashed cannot be done. I disagree. I'm not one of those people. It can be done. Just simply do it out of canon. Everyone
Mm,
wants to see Darth Vader back on screen. Everyone wants to see Sam Witwer portray Starkiller.
yeah.
Just have it in a separate timeline and just say it in the beginning. This is not in the canonical Skywalker timeline, even though
Yeah.
they're trying to get away from the Skywalker name, it seems like. But I wouldn't
Mm,
even try to do that. But John Boyega, he has some good points there. I would have loved to see the sequels turn a different way, but unfortunately, yeah, everyone essentially got met their end.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Anna from Facebook says, I remember when they re released episode one in 3D. It was when 3D was pretty hype, and I think they had thought they would do all of them, but only ended up doing episode one. Yeah, that's true.
Mm,
Episode one in 3D, I didn't get to see it. I remember seeing the big standees in the movie theater lobbies, and they looked really cool. I remember like Darth Maul, and it said 3D at the bottom.
mm,
They were
nice.
cool. And yeah, Phantom Menace is my favorite prequel. But yeah, I never got the chance to go see it. I
Mm.
was still bummed out that we weren't getting new movies. I don't want to be reminded of it. Like,
Huh. I think they were supposed to do at least 1 through 3. I don't know if they were going to do 1 through 6 re-release, but then the Disney,
yeah,
uh, I guess Disney acquiring Lucasfilm, I think halted all that. But
yeah. Adam Luck on YouTube says I saw it in 3D. It was weird. Lots of laughs. I bet because it had to be a conversion.
yeah,
Yeah. And if you're watching us on YouTube, guys, make sure to hit the like button on the video. It helps out the podcast. So yeah, what do you think of John Boyega's comments? Do you kind of agree with them? Do you think the sequels are fine the way they are? Do you think we're
hmm.
going to grow? And
I
as time moves, you think we're going to grow to love them like a lot of people did with the prequels? What do
yeah,
you think?
that's a good question. Kind of to start with his comments. Yeah, I'd love to see those legacy characters kind of have more of an intentional passing off of, or I guess handing of the torch to the newer characters. Granted, with the tragedy of Carrie Fisher passing away, I think they kind of their hands were tied with certain elements of her character. But with Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, I wish we'd seen a couple of different things. I guess for the most part, I think The Force Awakens was pretty strong. And I personally wouldn't change much, if anything, about The Force Awakens if I were to go and change the sequel trilogy. But uh, Episode 8 and Episode 9, I think, had a lot of problems personally. I think it all just boils down to they didn't have the same leadership, I guess, kind of manning the till for all three of those movies as they were being made, where the prequels were under a singular vision by, one writer and director. And, you know, you can critique the prequels in a lot of areas, but the story stays strong throughout all three of those movies. And I think a lot of that is getting the love it deserves today because it's being recognized. Um, but I don't know if the sequels will be loved as the prequels have been, just because of, we all know that even the people making the movies didn't know what was going on as they were making them. They didn't understand the full story. They didn't know everything that was going to happen. And um, it's kind of a shame, honestly, and we can't blame the directors for that. That's kind of a step above the directors for not knowing what's going on in between the different movies. But at the end of the day, it's kind of tough to get a gauge for it. I think there could be a lot of things that come out to help fill the gaps, or at least the gap, fill the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, which is happening now,
Mhm.
to help alleviate some of the somehow Palpatine return line, which is pretty infamous today. But I don't know. I my knee jerk reaction is the sequels won't be remembered like the prequels, just because of the inconsistency of storytelling and the lack of singular vision for all three of those movies, unlike the prequels. But I think John Boyega has a lot of good points, though, with giving those original trilogy characters a lot more time to shine. Getting that one shot of all, the big three, and potentially, Chewbacca and Lando, all those guys in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, like that would have been awesome to see. Unfortunately, we missed our chance, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my long thought process on that. But yeah, lots to unpack there.
Adam Luck on YouTube says, "I think we waited too long to do anything with Luke. By the time
Mm,
they brought him, by the time they brought Mark back, he was pigeonholed into the old grumpy guy role. There's a big gap for his character between OT and the sequels. Yes, there's a big gap, but we can go in that gap and have a young Luke Skywalker like we're
yeah,
doing in The Mandalorian, Book
yeah.
of Boba
Let's see
Fett.
that.
And I think they're perfecting it. And I think by the time we get to Dave Filoni's film, we're gonna see almost like hopefully we see kind of a Luke Unleashed type situation.
Yeah, that'd be
So
really cool.
yeah,
That would be really, really cool
hopefully we get to that point.
for sure. And at
All
the end of
right,
the
Zach.
day, oh yeah, yes,
what
yes.
were we
At
gonna
the end
say?
of the day, I don't know. It's like thinking of showing Star Wars to my son someday. Like I'm gonna show him all of it, right? I'm not gonna hold anything back from him and say, "Hey, this isn't part of Star Wars. Don't watch it." It's there. You know what I mean? Like we have certain things for a reason, and at the end of the day, it's just a universe we all get to spend time in, and we're gonna have elements of it we like. We're gonna have elements of it we don't like, but um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Star Wars. If it has Star Wars attached to the title, I'm gonna be excited to see it. So a lot of good things on the horizon. We've been blessed with a lot of things in the past, and it's I feel like it's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. And
For sure, for sure. You can get totally lost in Star Wars, in the books, the
yeah,
TV shows, and the movies. I mean, lots of media to consume.
yes,
But
absolutely.
yeah, now's the time of the show. We're starting a new thing where we do trivia at the end of the show.
Oh boy,
So are you ready?
I'm ready. I think.
All right.
Oof.
Here's the first question, Zach. What is
Ooh.
unique about the Sarlacc's tongue?
What is unique about it?
Yes.
Um, guy, I'm trying to think past like the beak, because the tentacle. I'm thinking like of everything but the tongue when I think of the Sarlacc pit. Um, guy, are we talking like original trilogy, original cut Sarlacc pit, or the digital, the
I think we're talking
digital
about special edition.
special edition? Guy,
Yeah. So it's a bit of a tricky, kind of shady question, but you basically
yeah.
answered it. It is beaked.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I
The
guess the
beak.
tongue is beaked. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was all added way later, right? It was just kind of spiky beforehand.
Yeah, it was uh
Maybe there were the tentacles because the tentacles grabbed
right,
Lando.
there's tentacles and then there's just a hole with like teeth with spiked
Yeah.
teeth.
Okay.
So, and here's
Cool.
another Sarlacc question. For how long are creatures swallowed by a Sarlacc
Oh,
digested?
1,000 years.
Yep.
Cool.
And you're 2 for 2.
Thought it was 10,000, but that's a long time.
Okay. And I asked this question earlier to James and he got it wrong.
Oh,
and you can really overthink this one.
sweet.
But
Here we
listen to
go.
the question very carefully. How many puppeteers did it take to operate Jabba the Hutt?
3.
Excellent. You're 3 for 3.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I believe 3.
Okay, here's a tough one. I'll be very impressed if you get this one right. On
Oh
what
no.
planet was pod racer Odie Mandrell born?
Oh man. Ord Mantell. I'm
No.
just totally shooting from the hip.
You want multiple choice here?
Sure. Can I
A.
hold on? I need to see what this guy looks like before. Hold on. What was his name again, David? I'm not gonna look up where he
Well,
was
you'll
born. I
probably see
promise.
his homeworld,
Oh, then I'll
origin
just
if you
wait.
look it
But
up.
no, go ahead. Give me the multiple choice.
A. Naboo, B. Tatooine, C. Lannick, D. Dantooine.
Hmm. I'm gonna guess Tatooine.
Excellent. Good job.
Cool.
We went to multiple choice, but you got it right. So I'll
Yeah.
give you what, 4 for 4?
Oh man.
All right. Um, let me see here. Whom did Timothy M. Rose portray?
Timothy M. Rose. Is this a movie role?
Yes. You've
Timothy M.
probably seen him
Rose.
at Comic-Con up there.
Man, I'm trying to picture this guy's face. Timothy M. Rose. I'm drawing a blank because I can't picture who this guy is in my head, so I'm probably not going to be able to guess the character.
Well, it's a little bit tricky because you don't have to picture his face.
Okay. Is this a voice, like a voiced character?
Yes. So think about his name. He doesn't go by Timothy M. Rose. He goes by a shortened version of that.
Oh, Admiral Akbar.
Yeah. Did you see Adam Locke?
Maybe. Thank you, Adam, for the
He helped
assist.
out. All
I
right.
see. I see. I probably wouldn't have got there, so we got to give that one to Adam with the assist for sure.
Yeah, you broke up a lot there, but I heard you say you got the assist. Um, what was the pit of Carcoon famous for?
Man, because I can hear that monologue from C3PO because that's when he's talking about the
Yeah.
Sarlacc pit, isn't he? Like the digestion over a
Yeah.
1,000 years. Um,
Right. So is that your answer?
yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh wow. Slowly
Here's a good one.
digesting.
Here's a special edition question.
Oh
Where, when hearing the news of the Empire's fall, did citizens topple a statue of Emperor Palpatine?
man, it's either Coruscant or Naboo. Is it one of those two?
Yes.
Oh man, because Coruscant had like, I guess, his headquarters before the Death Star, but Naboo was his home world. I read a comic recently where they just tipped one over on Naboo, where they show that in a flashback. But guy, I'm gonna go with Coruscant in the movies.
That's correct. You're doing
Wow,
really well.
wow, what a treat!
Yeah, Naboo. They do show Naboo in the special editions, I believe.
Yeah, they do.
Where was Luke Skywalker brought to face the Emperor aboard the second Death Star?
Where was he brought on the Death Star, like the second Death
Yeah.
Star, or I mean, he was brought to
Yes,
his
the second Death
throne
Star.
room. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh,
correct. You're doing
cool.
great, Zach.
Wow.
All right,
Oh,
here's a moderate one. Who led the Cantina Band?
oh, like Sly or Snoodle something.
No,
Slice.
Cantina Band, not Jabba's
Oh, not
Palace Band.
Jabba's guy. Uh,
This one's a little
Moderate.
obscure.
Yeah, like all the Bith, like those 4 Bith
Yes,
musicians.
but what's the
Was there
name of the Bith?
guy? I don't know. Got to toss in the towel on this one.
Figrin Dan. Yeah,
Okay.
Figrin Dan.
Yeah, that would have taken me forever to get there. You got any prequel trivia questions?
Uh,
That's okay
let
if
me
not,
ask
but
you. So there's like a theme. So we've done trivia about 3 times now in these last 3 podcasts, and this guy has been like the bane of so many people's existence. But I'll ask you the question. Maybe you'll get it right. And this is one of the easier questions that revolve around this character. Who was
okay.
in charge of Echo Base on Hoth?
Oh, geez. I can picture him. Oh,
What's he look like?
like he's an older white dude with like white hair, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
I
can
don't
see
think
him.
white hair.
Well,
I think
doesn't
it's
he
more of
say
like
Solo, we're
a
happy to have
light.
you or whatever? Like I'd hate to lose you, Solo. Like you're
Yes,
good.
yes, that's the guy.
Like I could picture him, but I can't remember his name.
That's the worst, man. I had so much trouble when Craig was asking me these questions, and I was
Yeah,
like, I can picture everything but the actual
yeah.
answer. It's a weird
What we
thing.
got? What's his name?
General Riken.
General Riken. Yeah, I can picture
Yep.
him all day. Huh. Yeah, these are good.
Yeah, these are really good. There are some like ultra, almost
Oh,
impossible ones in here where it
yeah.
asks you like what is the manufacturer of the turbo lasers on the first Death Star?
The manufacturer, I don't know. I know they get the crystals from Utapau, but
And the
guy.
calcite
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
from from
It's beyond my
Gorman.
pay grade.
Yeah. All right, I'll do one more question here.
All right.
Let me find the perfect one for you. You said you wanted a okay. You wanted a prequel question. Okay, here's the last question.
Okay.
What was Queen Amidala's birth name?
I just heard this the other day. It's not Padme, is it? Because I know it's.
Yes, but the full name, first and last
Oh,
name.
man. I know the last name is different. A guy, I can't remember what it was because I heard it for the first time, like in just scrolling on something a couple days ago. I can't remember what it is, though. I know it's not Amidala.
Right.
What is it, David?
All right, I'll give you multiple choice. A. Padme Newbury. B. Padme Taberi. C. Padme Naberry. D. Padme O'Berry.
Oh, I'm going to go with B.
Incorrect. It's Padme
Oh,
Naberry C. Thought
dang.
you would get that one, Zach.
Dang. Sorry, David. I let you down. Yeah, where
All
was
right.
that
Yeah.
revealed? Anyway, I don't know. I
That
could go on a
was
whole rabbit hole with that,
revealed,
but
I think, in probably like the promotional material, probably the novelization that was present. And then of
yeah,
course when you got the deleted features, um, I think there's a description in there of the Nabiri family. So
nice. Very cool. No, I like that. Trivia at the end. That's pretty sweet.
yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very
for
cool.
sure. Also, James had this idea to do a remember when segment. Um,
Ooh.
so this last podcast we did, it's up on Patreon now. We put it up for free on Patreon. Anyone can watch it if you go to our Patreon. Just look up Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187 and you'll find it. I'll bring it up right here. Hopefully, I can find it. Yeah, Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. That's our Patreon. Yeah, James and I recorded one earlier today. It's free. You just click on it. You can watch the video or listen to the audio. There's trivia in there as well. But Remember when? This is our new segment. So, remember when Luke Skywalker tossed the lightsaber?
Like
What do
on
you
the
think
second
of when
Death
I say
Star?
that?
Like
Oh, nice.
never, I'll
Okay.
never join you, and he like tosses it because Vader's sitting there with his hand cut off, and he's telling him to strike him down, and he's like,
Okay.
"Never, I'll never join
Right.
you."
Okay. So I think that's the uncommon answer because I think when you say, remember when Luke Skywalker tossed the lightsaber, you're going to think about The Last Jedi when he tossed the lightsaber over his shoulder.
Oh, oh,
But it
yeah.
seems like you blocked that out of your mind, Zach.
I it appears that I have. Yeah, well, because I
Wow.
remember, I thought that Luke Skywalker like lost his green lightsaber on the second Death Star, and when I saw that he had
Yeah.
the green lightsaber in like a flashback in The Last Jedi, I was like, wait, what? And then I went to the end of Return of the Jedi, and you see him having it on his belt on Endor. So it's been around since
Yeah.
1983, so it's always been there. But I just was remembering that wrong. So I remember diving into that specific moment, watching him. I'm like, no, he threw his lightsaber away. He didn't have it, and but he got it back. So yeah, that's what I think
Yeah.
of for sure.
Well, nice. I like that answer that you gave. So
Oh
that's very
shucks.
interesting. So yeah, that's the podcast. Check us out everywhere. We're on Instagram, Star Wars Stuff Pod, Twitter at Stuff Pod, Blue Sky, just search up Star Wars Stuff Podcast. We're on Threads at Star Wars Stuff Podcast, Patreon, of course, Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. We're on TikTok. You can email the show, Star Wars Stuff Podcast at gmail.com. We have a Facebook page and a group. I've loaded up a few memes that you can check out and have a chuckle to. We're also, of course, on Apple and Spotify. Listen to us on Spotify. That helps out the podcast more so than Apple, even though our listenership is like massive on Apple for whatever reason. Also, we have a website. A lot of people have been hitting the contact button on the website and contacting us directly about things. So I find that kind of interesting. But yeah, StarWarsStuffPodcast.com. We have a
Nice.
website. Go check it out. Um, and that's pretty much it. Also, SpaceCon. We will be in San Antonio for SpaceCon. Zach was there last year. I'll be there this year for sure. The lineup is just terrific. I'll show
Yeah.
you on the screen right here. Ian McDermott, Billy D. Williams, Carrie Ann Moss, Paul Bettany, Giancarlo Esposito, Natasha Lou Bordizzo, Ivana Sakno, Sam Witwer. They're all going to be there. And you can see the dates listed um, for when they will be there. Some of these dates I think have changed a little bit. I think some
Mm,
of them have added a day or two. So yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun.
cool.
I'm looking to get a photo op with these two and maybe get Ivana to sign the poster that's like right behind my shoulder there.
Oh,
Right
nice.
there.
Is that Joe
Maybe
Caroni's
sign
art?
it like yes, it's Joe Crony's art. He's been on the
Nice.
last two podcasts, I think.
Super cool. I
Yeah,
got
time's
his
getting weird,
Revenge of
but
the Sith piece like right here. You can't see it, but super cool.
nice. And of course, we're going to be raffling off a life-size stormtrooper here. You can see the image of it. It's 6 feet tall. It's animatronic. It has a Halloween mode with a Death Star, Halloween bucket, and a candy cane and a Santa hat.
That's
And
so
6 feet
cool.
tall. But yeah, spaceconsa.com. Get your tickets. You'll see me, and you'll probably get to meet a couple of our Patreon members. I've been communicating with them, and they said, yeah, they are probably going to show up. So
Awesome.
look out for that. Um, and I think that's pretty much it, Zach. It's nice catching up with you.
Yeah,
Talking to you. It's been a long time since you've been on a podcast, and
for sure.
I know
Happy to be
with a
back.
new baby, yeah, it's hectic, and man, the time just is gonna fly for you, Zach. You're gonna be as old as me before you know it.
Dang.
You're like, oh no.
Hopefully we got a lot more Star Wars movies between now and then. So
Yeah, that'd be great if we had like 30 more or something. It's like, come on, you gotta, you
right.
gotta, you gotta do what Marvel does and give us like 2, 3, 4 movies a year, man. have
Yeah,
different crews working, different filmmakers
for
working all
sure.
simultaneously, talking to each other, talking across the hall, reaching across the hall, giving us
Absolutely.
remakes, like redos of books, the famous books that even Disney's
Oh,
put out, Rogue Squadron,
yeah.
Revan, Malik, Darth Bane. I mean, there's so much for
Thrawn.
Lucasfilm to do. I
Yeah.
mean, Knights of the Republic, The Old Republic, Force Unleashed, Lost Stars, Aftermath, the battles of Tatooine, the battles of Jakku. Who invented R2D2? Who is that one character we haven't been introduced to yet? That genius that invented R2. That should be a movie. R2's origin story,
That'd be cool.
and maybe Hu Yang's origin story too. That droid is so old and ancient. I think it'd be cool to see his origin.
Yeah.
But who knows? We might get his origin in some other film, maybe Dawn of the Jedi, sequels possibly. But all right. So for Zach, my name is David, and may the force be with you.
Always. Hope that
This
sounded
is the
okay.
way. Sounded great. We have friends everywhere. I have spoken.
Poor gullet.
Till next time. Spoken it.